Vice President Pence came to Canada and Justin Trudeau put it on the itinerary to lecture him about abortion. Do you think that that's acceptable?
Not at all.
Keean Bexte for The Rebel, just outside of the Canadian Embassy in Washington, D.C., where Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will be in short order. He's landing at the airport tonight with nobody really to greet him. The only person meeting him tonight is the Canadian ambassador to the United States, who it's his job to do that, so I can understand why. But the President of the United States certainly isn't coming to greet Justin Trudeau on the tarmac. It's becoming a common occurrence. The same thing happened when he went to India. Now, I'm wondering if Canada's foreign influence has started to sag a little bit throughout Justin Trudeau's term in office. Heck, I wonder if folks here in Washington can actually identify who the Canadian Prime Minister is. I also want to ask them if they think if it's appropriate for Canada's Prime Minister to be lecturing the administration on social issues when there's, first off, tons of problems for Canada to solve on our own. You might have heard there's allegedly a genocide going on in our country. So I'm going to hit the street and see what Americans think about our Prime Minister and him coming down here. I'm wondering if random Americans off the street would be able to identify his name. Would you be able to identify the Canadian Prime Minister?
Nope, I wouldn't.
Okay, there you go. I just flew down here today because our Prime Minister is coming tonight, and I'm wondering if you guys can identify his name.
No, I don't know. You?
I'm sorry to say that I cannot remember.
Just flew down here today because our Prime Minister is coming. I'm wondering if you can identify him offhand.
I'm not going to talk.
Okay. Vice President Pence came to Canada earlier this month, and Justin Trudeau was lecturing him on abortion issues. Do you think that it's acceptable for a foreign Prime Minister to come here and lecture the President on social issues like that?
Probably not.
Do you think that it is his prerogative to come here and lecture Americans on social issues?
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
You think he should mind his own business?
Yeah.
Did you hear what he did to Vice President Pence earlier this month?
No.
Well, Vice President Pence came to Canada and Justin Trudeau put it on the itinerary to lecture him about abortion. Do you think that that's acceptable?
Not at all.
Do you think that it's acceptable for him to come and lecture the President of the United States and the Vice President like he did earlier this month on abortion and his views on it, or should he keep that kind of social issues to Canada and mind his own business?
I think there's some social issues that are up in Canada that probably need some more attention themselves, like the murdered and missing Indigenous women epidemic that's happening in Canada and the United States. There's lots of social issues Canada, I think, has to deal with on their own. So.
Hey, thanks for watching our coverage. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and go to rebelinvestigates.com to see everything else that I've been up to here in the United States and in Canada.